Hi, I'm Neurodivergent Ninja. Let's get into it. Nintendo Switch 2 has been out for 9 months now, and this week we got the clearest answer yet to the question everyone was asking at launch. Is it worth it?
Spoiler alert, yes. Emphatically, embarrassingly, obviously, yes. The library has grown into something genuinely special, and I don't think people outside the Nintendo bubble fully realize it yet.
Mario Kart World is still sitting at 92 on Metacritic, and is one of the best-selling games of the generation so far. But the thing that's really moved the needle this week is Donkey Kong Bonanza hitting its first major content update. Free new worlds, new modes, and it pushed the game back into the top 10 on the eShop.
Donkey Kong Bonanza at launch was great. Post-update, it is great. That's the kind of support that makes people feel good about their purchase 9 months later.
The bigger story this week, though, is the Switch 2's attach rate numbers. Nintendo confirmed that the average Switch 2 owner has bought 4.3 games. That is the highest attach rate of any Nintendo hardware at this point in its life cycle. People are buying games on this thing.
4.3 games. Meanwhile, I personally have 17. I am single-handedly dragging that average up, and I will not apologize.
Here's my Minja's take. The Switch 2 has done what Nintendo needed it to do. It proved the concept, it moved hardware, and 9 months in the library is genuinely strong. The question now is what the back half of 2026 looks like. Metroid Prime 4 is still coming. The next Zelda is still coming. The best may be ahead.
Nintendo playing the long game as always. Meanwhile, I'll be here buying my 18th game. No regrets.
PlayStation's State of Play from February 12th was one of the longest in the event's history. 85 minutes, over 30 titles. And this week, the dust is fully settled, and we can talk about what it actually means.
I sat down with snacks expecting to be disappointed, and instead, I had to pause it 3 times to process what I was seeing. Sony came prepared.
The headline was the official reveal of God of War Ragnarok PC, releasing April 18th with full DualSense support and a benchmark tool at launch. The PC port team has clearly learned from Spider-Man.
God of War Ragnarok on PC with haptic feedback support and a day one benchmark tool? Someone at Sony actually listened to feedback. Mark this date in history.
We also got a substantial new look at Ghost of Yotei, the Ghost of Tsushima follow-up. Open world Japan, female protagonist Atsu, and it looks absolutely stunning. The combat looks faster and more aggressive than the original.
The environment detail in that Ghost of Yotei footage was genuinely movie quality. I had to remind myself that was running on a PS5, not a pre-rendered cinematic.
And there were 3 surprise indie announcements that came out of nowhere. Hollow Knight SILKSONG finally showed 30 seconds of new gameplay. The crowd in the chat absolutely erupted.
SILKSONG, a SILKSONG update at a State of Play. I have been waiting for this moment for so long, I forgot what it felt like to have hope.
Here's the Ninja's take. This State of Play reminded us that PlayStation still has incredible exclusives in the pipeline. The lineup for the back half of 2026 is legitimately stacked. Ghost of Yotei alone is going to be massive.
And if SILKSONG actually comes out this year, I will quit everything and just play it. That's not a joke. That's a legally binding statement. Hi, Glitch here. And yes, my story is better.
Okay, it has been 1 week since Luuk Herssen dropped in Wuthering Waves. And the math is in. Glitch was right. This man is absolutely broken.
I told you. I told everyone. Aerial Gauntlet DPS with a 3-form burst cycle? Numbers through the roof.
The content creators have been running the benchmarks all week. Luuk, in a proper team, is hitting sustained damage numbers that are pushing the ceiling of what's theoretically possible in the current meta. The Spectre resonance bonus plus his Icarflow synergy is just... it's a lot.
A lot is an understatement. Someone posted a no-hit clear of the highest difficulty simulated universe combat in under 4 minutes with a barely built Luuk. Barely built!
The counter-argument I've been seeing is that his rotation complexity is genuinely high. You need to be actively managing 3 skill forms and staying airborne while doing it. He's not a press button to win character.
Which is actually good. A hard carry that rewards skill and practice? In my gacha game? I love it here.
Meanwhile, Kuro dropped another free pull bundle midweek. They have handed out over 130 free pulls this update cycle total. If you didn't pull Luuk, you had options.
Kuro really just operates differently. Every other gacha company is out here drip-feeding 4 pulls a month, and Kuro is just, here's 130, have fun. We trust you to enjoy the game.
Community question of the week. Who did you pull for in 3.1? Drop a comment. We're putting the numbers together for next week's show.
I pulled Luuk, obviously. And I have 0 regrets, and a significantly lighter wallet. Worth every single one.
We have to talk about something that happened this week that genuinely shocked me. Riot Games laid off the team responsible for League of Legends cosmetic content, the Skins team.
The Skins team, in League of Legends. The game where the entire business model is built around buying skins. They cut the people making the thing people pay for.
Riot confirmed the layoffs on Wednesday. The cosmetics team in the Dublin studio, which handled a significant chunk of skin development and the prestige skin pipeline. They said it's part of a broader restructuring.
Broader restructuring. I've started mentally translating all corporate PR speak. Broader restructuring means we're cutting people who make the product to protect the quarterly report.
The League community is furious. The skin release cadence was already slowing down. They went from releasing 40-plus skins per patch to sometimes as low as 8 or 10. Now the team responsible is smaller.
And here's what kills me. League of Legends had over $1 billion in skin revenue last year. The game is printing money, and the people making the money printing part are getting laid off.
Here's my ninja's take, and I'm going to be direct. This is the 4th major Riot restructuring in 18 months. 2XKO's team got cut weeks after launch. Now the League Cosmetics team. At some point, the pattern becomes the story. These aren't isolated decisions. This is a company choosing shareholder returns over the creative teams that built their products.
The players who spent hundreds of dollars on skins over the years, their money went somewhere. It didn't go to the people making those skins. And that's something worth being angry about.
To every developer at Riot who was affected this week, the community is with you. You built something special. What do you think, Glitch?
I think the disconnect between how much money these games make and how the people making them are treated is one of the most broken things in tech right now. And gaming is no exception.
All right, let's end on something pure and good, because this show needed it after that last story. Valorborn just hit Steam Early Access this week, and the community response has been something else entirely.
Something else entirely is the politest way to describe it. The Steam reviews hit overwhelmingly positive in under 48 hours. That does not happen. That almost never happens for an early access launch.
Valorborn is an action RPG from a small independent studio. It came out of IGN FanFest earlier this year, with a release date trailer that nobody expected. The game itself is a tactical, medieval combat RPG with deep character build systems and a world that actually reacts to your decisions in meaningful ways.
The combat is what people are losing their minds over. It's not a button masher. It's genuinely skill-based. Timing, stamina management, reading enemy patterns. Reviewers are comparing the feel to Elden Ring meets old-school Baldur's Gate.
At $25 in early access, with a full roadmap posted transparently on the Steam page, the developer has been replying to every single Steam review, every single one.
A developer who engages with their community, transparent roadmap, overwhelmingly positive in 48 hours, $25. This is what good looks like. Write this down.
Here's my ninja's take. Right after a story about Riot laying off the people making League skins, despite $1 billion in revenue, Valorborn is the reminder of why we fell in love with games in the first place. Small teams who care, making something honest. This is the show's first indie spotlight, and Valorborn earns it.
This is exactly the kind of thing we started this show to cover. The big stuff and the games that deserve more eyes. Valorborn deserves all the eyes.
Stay sharp, stay dangerous. Catch you on the next one.